Hello viewers, I am going to teach you another way of making flowers or weaving flowers. The other type which I haven't shown in my previous video, this is called veni type. You have to take 4 times the length of the veni, 4 times the length of the veni size thread. This thread that we used yesterday can be used again, and it should be 4 times the length of the veni you require. Then cut off the thread. After cutting off the thread, you should open like this with the center at the one end and the threads opens at the other end. Now, holding the center, you have to take one of the edges and make a knot. This knot at the center should be a immovable knot, just knot. Hold it and make a knot, and this knot should not be moving up and down. So for that you have to confirm that it goes from inside. So if it goes from inside, it will not be moving up and down. If it does not go from inside, it will be moving up and down. So to confirm that it is not moving up and down, once again make a double knot so that it does not move up and down. Now you can see that we have got a circular loop. Just insert this loop inside a key or on a window latch or on the legs of your finger, because your hands will be occupied and your legs will be free. You can use the legs, you can use any instrument, you can use the stool, legs, anything for making the flower. Now we have a circular loop inserted inside one position which is holding the loop. At the other end we have the knot, we have the end at the, then we have this single loose hanging thread which we are going to use. This is a passive thread set, and this is the active thread. Now insert one flower from the center. You should hold it in the center like this, and then you should hold it like this together. Take this thread which is standing loose from below, take it across both the threads that is being held by the key, and just draw the loop as tight as possible. See to it that the flower is at the center, otherwise the symmetry will not be maintained. See to it that the flower is at the center. See, now you have done the flower. It is already done. Now take a second flower, introduce it like this. Take this loose thread from below, take it across these two threads that are being held by the key, and then, this is for your clarification, draw them close, as close as possible, maintaining the thread at the center. The thread, if it goes this side or that side, the veni is expected to be crooked, so it should be at the center. Now draw the thread as close as possible. See, either way, when we have not put a second knot also, the venis, the flowers are being held together, but still, to see to it that this knot does not become loose or tight, we will make another knot to support the first knot. Now that we have taken 2 yellow flowers, let us go to the red flower. This should be cut as flat as possible so that it does not move this side or that side during making the veil. Hold it at the center like this. Roses are tending to move away, so you should hold it tight, and then as usual take the thread from below, take it across like this, and then put it across the threads that is being held by the key or the fulcrum for this movement and draw it close so that it is at the center of the rose and tight, as tight as possible. And then one more knot so that the flower doesn't come off. Now this rose has been attached. See. Now we will go to the second rose, that is here. All these flowers are being placed face up, and that is going from below, and it is at the center. It is going across the two loops that is being held by the two threads that is being held by the key, and then we are drawing it closer, tighter, so that the flower doesn't slip off. Okay, it should be at the center. Care should be taken to see that the flower is at the center when you are tightening, otherwise it is capable of slipping when you are tightening. This done, another knot to strengthen the first knot. See, you can see the set that has been introduced. Now we will introduce the herbs. Herbs, they don't have a flat center. They cannot be face up, they cannot be face down, they cannot be centered. You have to take the herb and just to this length of the veiny, you have to cut the herb or adjust the length by folding the herbs. You can either fold it or you can either cut it. Either way, it should be equal to the length and breadth of the, here I am folding it, okay, and introduce it horizontally between the two threads. Introduced it horizontally between the two threads. Take the green thread from above or below, because the veiny introduced is just, the herb introduced is also green color. It is not going to be very apparent. Now as tight as possible, one more this to strengthen the first loop. Okay, we can introduce as many herbs so that the sequence is maintained. We can introduce in the same manner colors, or we can introduce in the opposite manner. Like I said before, color combination, decision, design, everything is our wish. See, here we have only two colors, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green. Okay. Now we have one more set which has yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green. So we will make one more veiny, that is a different pattern or design, although the same combination. So we have this yellow, red, green. Now we will introduce red. This is a contrast as well as reverse order. Now we have introduced red, green, and then once again red for reverse order design. Although it may look similar, there is a difference, slight difference, like in maintaining it at the center is very essential. These rose stalks are a little thick, so it is tending to slip away. You have to see to it that they are maintained at the center. Now open the thread, so rose, so that it doesn't fall off. And the opening of the rose, fix it to the place. You can take the thread from below so that the green is not apparently visible. One more rose we are introducing. Keep the thread at the center, take from the bottom, then take it across and pull the loose end. This is taking across and pulling the loose end, this loose end, not forgetting to be at the center while pulling it closer. Otherwise the sequence of the symmetry of the garland will be disturbed. So as tight as possible, and then one more knot to hold the previous. So because it is in reverse order, after red we should get yellow. So take one yellow, take the thread from below, take it across the threads that is being held by the key, and maintaining the center, pull it close. Second knot for keeping the first knot intact, and then one more yellow, like in the, for the sake of sequence and order, take from below, take it across, maintain the center. This is the loose end, we are taking it across, and both the threads that are being held by the key, and we are pulling it tighter. One more time, so that the flower is held together without the knot moving up or down. Okay. So after this we have to introduce, now yellow introduced, red introduced, red over, yellow over. Now we should start with green. So this is in the reverse order. We can use the stems of the green aroma herb because it is only for aroma, and aroma is very much available even in the stems. Stems hold more aroma than the flowers. So we are going now. This thread that is being loose thread is being taken from above or below. Green color, same color, so you can take it from either way. Take it across the threads that are being held by the key and draw them close, and one more loop to hold the first knot. At the end of the veni, you can just take it out and make some more, add some more at the end before finishing of the veni. Some more you can end at the end of the loop, you can add. So you have this loop here that was being held by the key. Now we are doing the same procedure from below, and we are taking it, instead of the key our finger is holding that area, we are taking it across both the threads together, and we are pulling the thread like we did previously. Okay, closer, and the last knot you can just hold it together like this and finish it off by another knot, taking the two threads that were being held by the key and fixing it. You can take one more thread just to be on the safe side, one more knot, because we are coming to the end of the veni. One more knot, and you can just complete the veni. See, this veni is going to be looking one-sided because the other side is going to be put like this, and it will not be visible to the viewers. See, this side is going to be visible. This side is going to be visible. The other side, the stalk side, is not going to be visible to the viewers. So this is going to be just put across the judas like this. So you can see that if this is the juda, this is going to be like this. Okay. So we have made another veni which is of a different sequence but same combination, and all the flowers that do not have a stem or stalk can be reused or reweaved like this for decorating yourselves. And if not necessary, because sometimes the flowers are so badly sold that we don't know if they have stalks or not. After coming home we find that they don't have stalks. In spite of using it for the puja, we may not be, we may be left over with some more flowers that will be going. If there is a lot of wastage, flowers that don't have, what do you call it? Flowers that don't have stems, then I think Veni is the best solution for such flowers. Okay, we have one selection here, one combination, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, and then we have yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, and then we have yellow, red, green, red, yellow, green. So the sequence goes. Whichever way you do, flowers have their own aroma, they have their own aroma, they have their own beauty, they have their own, what do you call, they have their own positivity, they have their own color, they have their own part in our life. They are an essential part of our lives. So see you. This one is for you. Be happy and ring the bell if you like my video, and also share the video so that more people can learn, and also subscribe to my video to see what comes next. Happy viewing. Bye. See you.